Hello everyone and welcome back to Purple Rose Crafts. Today we're going to make the easiest knit hat ever. And so this is going to be just a nice big long tube, and we're going to go ahead and sew the ends to make this into a really awesome double thick hat. If you guys are just meeting me for the first time, hello, my name's Amanda. I am the creator behind Purple Rose Crafts, and I've been knitting and crocheting for 25 years. Our focus here on the channel is beginner knit and crochet patterns and techniques. I'm using Red Heart Roll With It in tweed. It's this beautiful purple variegated yarn, and we're using one ball for this hat. So what I also did is I grabbed our 5mm knitting needles and I cast it on with our long tail cast on, which you can see up here in the corner, the long tail cast on video, how to cast on a nice stretchy edge, which is perfect for this hat. And we cast it on 80 stitches onto our knitting needles, and I've marked the end of our row with a stitch marker. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and knit every single row until our hat measures the appropriate length. Go ahead and pause the video, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you how to finish it off and make it the easiest knit hat ever. All right, so we've been working away on our easiest hat ever. Not necessarily the quickest hat ever, but it will be nice and easy, super beginner friendly. We are at about 10 inches long for our knitted section, and we're gonna keep going until we get to about 15 inches or so. And I'm honestly gonna try it on my kid to make sure it's long enough. And then we'll go ahead and cast off and sew it so that it actually turns into a hat. And so go ahead and keep on knitting with this one, you guys, and we will be right back. All right, so here we are with our finished product. I've gone ahead and knit 15 inches. I think this one's about 15.5 lengthwise. And now we're gonna go ahead and finish our hat off. So we're going to use our darning needle, and we're gonna go ahead and thread our yarn through it. Now, if you have trouble with this, sometimes a quick little tip that you can do is I like to put the yarn across the end of my needle like so, grab onto it as tight as possible to the needle, and then we hold onto our little bit there you can see in my fingertips, and then what we're gonna go ahead and do is wiggle it and push it through like that. And that's going to give all of our strands to go through our darning needle like so. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use our extra long tail here that we've left at the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and sew our way around the bottom of our hat. So just do your best, kind of skipping stitches here. We're skipping about 2 stitches as we move around at the base of our hat. This is actually going to become the inside of our double thick hat. So it doesn't have to be super perfect, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and sew that all the way around. All right, here we come up to the end of the row. So we're gonna come back through to the inside of our knitting, and then we're just gonna go ahead and take our needle off of our yarn. Now we're gonna come up here to the top. You'll notice that I still have my needles. We're still casted onto our needles here, and we're gonna go ahead and take those off of our needles. We're gonna do a little bit different cast off today. We're just gonna go ahead and catch our yarn through each of our stitches around the top of our hat. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one onto our needle, the way that we did for the other end. And now we're just gonna go ahead and basically sew each of our stitches off the end of our needles. And then when we're finished, we can slip our needles out and our stitches are not going to go anywhere, and we're going to have a nice top of our hat. Okay, so as we go around, we can go ahead and pull our needle, or push our stitches off our needle that we've already sewn onto our yarn, and then we can keep working through the needle here at the end. Make sure you leave yourself long enough tail here like so to be sure that you can get through all the stitches. And then once we're finished, we're gonna go ahead and tighten it up, and that's gonna give us a nice crown of our hat. And then we're gonna sew our end to the inside. We're gonna do the same on the bottom. And sew it all together. So we're gonna keep looping our stitches off that we've already put onto our, or that we've already sewn. Like this. There we go. So our needle is out. We're just gonna go ahead and cinch everything up nice and tight. And close up our hole like so. And then we're gonna pass our yarn down inside like that. And then our bottom, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing, but we want to make sure that our tail comes through this way. So we're gonna give this a tighten as well. Like that. And now we're gonna fold our hat inside out like so. Grab our tail from the inside. I'm matching up the two holes that we just made and bringing everything down to resemble a hat a little bit more closely. All right, and we're gonna tighten up our inside circle like so, and our outside circle. Give it a tug as well to give us a nice tight hole at the top, and then the inside one. Now we can go ahead and tie these two together inside so they stay together. However you best like to tie knots is fine. Like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and weave those ends in on the inside. Now we have this awesome double thick, nice and warm knit hat. Like so. And you can go ahead and sew a pom-pom on there if you like, or you can just leave it as is. You guys can obviously add more length to your tube as you make it to give it an extra, you know, flip, you know, to kind of make it like so. And that would even be even better. So that's it. There is our double thick knit hat in our awesome ombres, our gray and our blue and our purple colors. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and we would love to see anything that you guys decide to make with our tutorials on our Instagram. So go ahead and tag us there. It's up at purple.rose.crafts, and we'll go ahead and share all of those works to our stories. And of course, there is a blog post listed below if you guys want to check that out for the more photo tutorial of this video. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.